Hey, Einstein, how do I fix the Turbo Sugar 5000?
With Einstein AI, everyone's an Einstein.
Thank you so much. Talk soon. Einstein, summarize call.
Einstein, write product descriptions for the spring collection.
Now, everyone's an Einstein with Salesforce.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying the lovely rains that have blessed us in India today. Wherever you're joining us from, thank you so much for being here. It's very encouraging to see, I think, over 200 people on call with us today. I'm Pooja Murani, and I, along with Aras, will be your host for today. Just before we start, a few ground rules. Just to set up from a hygiene perspective, we are on a live webinar right now, so we have the Q&A chat open. Any questions, any clarifications, please feel free to drop the note, and Aras and I will get back to you either on the call or via the chat. So taking that in mind, let's start. So firstly, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we really hope that over the next 1 hour that we have with you, we are able to make some, I would say, make all of you Einstein in some shape or form, we hope at this point. As we are citing, everything we speak on today is publicly available information. So feel free to ask any questions, any follow-ups, and all the case studies that you see today are well published for you to take home from here on out. As I said, I'm Pooja Murani. I'm part of the Salesforce retail and consumer goods team. My primary focus is all about figuring out how do I help our retail and consumer goods customers, take leverage of technology, whether it is from, reaching out to more customers, building out their go-to-market strategy, or even figuring out, how do we use AI effectively in our current day-to-day aspects. With me, I have Aras Maan. He's the co-founder of Codleo. Aras, if you could give a quick intro about yourself, please.
Thank you, Pooja. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Aras Maan. I'm CEO at Codleo Consulting. We are the Salesforce Platinum partner, and I'm a Salesforce consultant. It's been 25 years of experience into the CRM and especially in the retail technology. I have had the privilege of working with some of the most exciting retail brands, helping them moving from silo data to customer experiences, which were powered by Salesforce. As Pooja said that, today we are going to deep dive into the retail businesses like yours, where we will be covering the customer 360 personalization, real-time value using Salesforce. So whether you're starting your journey with Salesforce or you're already with Salesforce, using Salesforce. So this is for your deepen your capabilities with tools like Data Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Service Cloud, and AI. So let's get started. Over to you, Pooja.
Thank you so much, Aras. So let's get engaging, okay? You're going to hear a lot from us today, but before we do that, let's hear from you. So I think there's a poll that's popped up right now. We would like to understand, where do you see Salesforce today would add value to your organization? This is open to everyone, whether you are an existing Salesforce customer or not. We would like to understand, where you all are at today. So we'll give it a few seconds, and then for everyone to answer the poll, please. Cool. All right. I hope everyone has some nice chai and coffee with them as they're doing this. At least I'm really missing the fact that I don't right now. All right. It's actually quite interesting when I see these names up on the poll over here, because I know a lot of us are, I know most of the retail stores are actually going down the phygital journey. So it'll be very interesting to note how many people are opting for clienteling, as well as, digital becoming really, really big. But RS and I were just having a conversation before this about the Labubus. We're trying to figure out that has anyone actually been able to, take all the marketing that we're seeing on Labubu seems to be digital driven. Has anybody actually been able to, go to a store and pick it up? If you did, then if you were actually following the Labubu format, then what was the ideal way you think Salesforce could have added value to your organization over there? So I think, are we good? Can we maybe publish the poll right now if everyone has answered it? Cool. Waiting for the results. All right. Oh, this is very nice, guys. Thank you so much. See, I was interested, the whole clienteling aspect. So good to know that we are still looking at a lot of digital first companies right now in the fray with us. And yes, loyalty and referrals, man. I mean, today's customers are like keeping them loyal is a real concern and an aspect, but I do get that. But yes, sales and service CRM, thank you. At least it's good to know that everyone associates Salesforce with that. It's our USP, so thank you so much for that. But yes, keeping this in mind, I think we'll do a follow-up poll towards the end, so we'll see where we stack against that. But thank you so much for this. We have taken this into consideration, and I can promise you that over the course of the next 45 minutes odd, we will be able to, touch upon each of these aspects and give you a perspective, which we hope, you will be able to associate with your brand as well. So moving on, moving on. Yes, moving on. We would like to also try out a different poll here, just to understand, because there's so much about AI going on right now, with aspects to, we all talk about the agentic AI and everything. So where do you see, a right in your retail journey? Where do you see the most impact for AI agents in your journey as well? So it'd be good to actually understand if you are in that journey, where do you see the most impact? We're hearing a lot about it with OpenAI also coming up with their own chat over the last 2 days. So please feel free to put up this poll. It just adds a lot more value for us to collaborate in this digital environment right now. Cool. I'll give this a couple of 30 seconds or so. While we are at that, RS, did you actually see the new chat that got launched by OpenAI 2 days ago? It was quite interesting, actually. I mean, what I actually saw, it was quite interesting, actually. I'm actually curious to see if anyone is actually open to, I mean, anyone is actually open to divulging that much information in a public forum to get an agent to work for you. But I mean, quite interesting. I'm quite impressed with the way people are associating AI with the retail and consumer goods segments in this year, in fact. So it's kind of good to see how it unravels. So I hope that's enough time for the poll. Is it okay if we actually move on to see how everyone fared? Nice. This is quite interesting.
So
okay,
there is
so first
sales
line.
and customer acquisition.
Yeah, customer service chatbots. That's true. I mean, I think that would really cut down the cost of servicing, right? So good. So thank you so much, everyone. I think this gives us a very interesting viewpoint. And now, without further ado, we've heard where you are at. Let's just move on to our main segment to understand, our perspective on the retail and consumer goods industry. So we'll just start with a quick brief of what's happening right now. I mean, unless and until we actually finally do move to Mars, there's a lot going on across the globe today that does directly or indirectly impact us in some shape or form. We do know the current state of affairs with the political environment. While we are experiencing a mix of growth and challenges, there's a lot of cautious optimism that seems to be prevailing. I mean, while the retail inflation has recently eased, and it still remains a concern, but the most impact we're actually seeing over here is that how can retail industries actually work with reducing the customer acquisition costs and improve the outreach that they have to the customer to actually incite them to spend with them. With over 100 million households getting added in India, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities alone over the next decade, our market is extremely well primed for making the most of this opportunity. And as we saw in the poll just before this, yes, we are seeing leaders coming up and talking a lot about how do I automate my tasks. I mean, everyone has been automating for a while, but how do I leverage the power of AI? How do I put my my live workforce actually on a lot more strategic activities, and where do I actually use AI agents for a lot more of the manual repetitive task as much as I can do. But while all of this is going on, the one thing that I think hasn't changed in our industry is that the customer is still very, very, is very, for want of better word, persnickety. They actually like to understand. They actually like to touch, feel, understand, read the review of their projects, understand how review of the products, understand how it fares against competitors. Is it going to benefit to them? They're a lot more conscious when it comes to how they spend their money. When we actually look this about, like we've spoken about a few of this, but yes, they're very, very cautious. We are seeing a lot more, surprisingly, and it makes me very happy to see that our Indians today are a lot more focused on the sustainability core, understanding, about how was this source, was it ethical, how did it move on. I mean, the rise of lab grown diamonds in India is like amazing, to a country where everyone is always about natural gold acquisition, diamonds acquisition for centuries long. The fact that we are moving into that zone is quite it's actually quite humanizing, to be very honest. But with all of this coming into play, there is also a fact that while our customers are very nicely putting us on a path that all organizations need to follow. You need to be aligned towards where your materials are sourced from. You need to be aligned towards the cost of the service or the goods that you're giving is actually aligned to the value that it brings to the customer. We are also seeing the customer expecting you as a manufacturer, as a company, to be available on every channel of their choice, whether it's social media, whether it is on digital, on WhatsApp. We're seeing the prevalence of WhatsApp right now, or the pop-up stores, or actually the reverse engineering we're seeing, where we're actually seeing digital stores now opening up, their pop-up stores as well, to actually allow the customers to come, feel, meet, I think understand the products a lot more, with a human person or a human store associate actually working themselves through. And all of this is actually coming up together to the entire conversation that where we do see AI coming in, while all of this is the intent of where the customers is actually driving the way the industry works, there is a lot more focus, there is a lot more intent on hyper personalization, the AI and customer service and support, which you all also picked up really, really well. And the new thing we're seeing a lot is that for every interaction that a store associate today has with a live customer, is there some kind of AI-led assistive support that can be given to ensure that you are enabling every human who's interacting with the customer as well to have the entire plethora of information they need, and giving the tidbits and insights to go ahead and make the sale or build the loyalty or build the brand value. But the reality of today's situation very clearly comes off is that it is a disconnected experience. I think all of us are on this journey. We have all the parts set together, but it's still a truth of the market that marketers still have to wait, for days for their segments to be, pulled up by the data or IT team. Your service associates still have to, have different protocols of how to handle, the white glove treatment for a high value network customers over, a fast moving customer. So all of these are actually realities of the situation. And for us to reach the step that we all are hoping to reach, we have to look at a connected journey. We have to look at a scenario wherein the data and the experiences are a lot more aligned, connected. My marketing information freely flows into my leads, sales information. Every conversation that the customer has on the digital platform is actually corroborated, passed down, inculcated to my live agents who are actually working with the customer, as well as pushed out to the respective store where the purchase might actually be fulfilled. I'd like to take a few examples here specifically to give you that perspective. Let's take a look over here at Manyavar Mohe. We all are aware, Vedant Fashion, we have seen it. It's a high-end brand focused primarily on the Indian weddings and the large celebration functions as well. They currently use commerce as their tool to capture interest. They use commerce to they know their customers are digital first, to book consults, to actually have online video consultations and the ability for them to book appointments to go ahead to the respective store closest to them to do their trials, their fitting, their look and feel. Because all high-end products will never be easily picked up from a digital medium first. Maybe a repeat purchase, but not the first. So how do you connect that digital to the in-store experience is something Manyavar Mohe is doing very, very well. Titan is actually one of the first who actually started on this journey, to the point that today, if you go on any of the Titan brand websites, whether it's Tanishq, Tanara, Titan, go on any one of them, any interaction that you're having on the website, just scouting and looking at the digital catalog is actually creating a profile for you, so that when you eventually show your interest, it's getting logged. You are getting directed to a store closest to you that has the inventory in your bucket, in your basket. From there on out, enabling you to actually get connected with the store, usually an inbound call that comes in, get you connected with the store manager calling, since we have the inventory, you know, interested, please come for a trial, let's talk about it. So while the journey starts in the digital platform, we know for high-end brands it usually ends at the store, but connecting that journey. So Pooja, as a person who's scouting and is trying to buy something, is actually able to feel, oh, you know what, they know me. That's the way we are seeing loyalty come up a lot more. That's the way we are seeing a lot more brand value come up a lot more. And I'll just like take one more over here, which is Gucci, which is quite interesting because Gucci is one which has Guccified their AI. So today, if you actually interact with any of the Gucci digital platforms today, you will see an AI bot that comes up, which is so Guccified with your brand voice, where it feels like it's not talking to a standard Siri or an Alexa. You are actually talking to a fashion consultant who understands the Gucci voice quite well and interacts with the customer in a manner that gets them a lot more, like gives them the white glove treatment that they're actually looking for. Now I'll just quickly move on to the perspective of what are we intending to see today. Like, we've spoken about all of this, but in an ideal situation, we always see that the customer journey goes through its phases. We're all aware of it. We can see it on the screen. Whether it is from the starting point, understanding word of mouth is getting really, really important. We look at the marketeers in the room right now. Their ability to actually influence the conversation that is happening across all mediums is actually a primary key to their KPIs today. How you actually inculcate that and drive that into a lead or an awareness issue to get a customer to consider you, whether it comes to the digital platform, visit you at the store, move on to actually create a wish list, ability to share their basic information. So you're actually able to convert them from an anonymous to a known profile, able to engage them, drive them to actually give them recommendations over the course of time so they can feel like the brand is involved with them on this purchase journey that they have, and go ahead and win that customer over, as well as from there on out ensure that over the course of time this customer loyalty is built with the kind of service you give them, the kind of influence you allow them to share, as well as the way their voice can also be heard. With these, we see a few avenues of AI coming in over here, which is quite interesting. Whether it comes from allowing giving recommendations to a persona like Pooja in her in her age bracket in a Mumbai tier 1 city, exactly what are the kind of things that she might be interested because she works in the corporate profile. So building a recommendation for an anonymous profile just based on standard avenues as well, going ahead and allowing them to make decisions on that. So building a little bit more uniform profile, adding on to the profile, curating the experience for that particular user over the kind of time, making it a lot more personalized. And then moving on to the entire service side of thing. Like Pooja is a female customer, so the way she likes to be interacted is maybe a little bit different from, let us say, a person who's like person who's probably older. What is the kind of AI conversations you need to have with that person, or a person who's in a younger age bracket? What are the kind of AI powered conversations we can have with them? That's the level of impact we are seeing coming in this industry when it comes to modifying the way the brand associates their voice with their customer over the different mediums. Having said that, I think I've spoken quite a bit. I would like to now bring on RS to take on and give us a view of this in a real demo, so you can see how this could actually influence you through. Over to you, RS.
Thank you, Pooja. Okay, so before I move, let me just quickly introduce Codleo Consulting. So we are a Salesforce Platinum partner with over 2 decades of CRM and digital transformation, delivering successes across India, Middle East, and North America. Codleo Consulting is specialized into the Salesforce implementation and managed services, and having strong focus on the retail, fashion, luxury, and D2C brands itself. Especially in the retail, we have achieved omni-channel integrations by connecting your POS, ERP, e-commerce, and loyalty system with Salesforce. We also, have given 360-degree customer views with the help of Data Cloud and unified profiles. Plus, a few of the use cases where AI-powered personalization using Marketing Cloud and Einstein and Agentforce AI, as Buddha was saying. And some of the recent work, if I'll talk about, that includes, a leading luxury gifting brand where we implemented a personalized loyalty as promotion engine with real-time AI sites. A pan-India fashion retailer where unified customer data with 50 plus stores and e-commerce into a centralized data. Focus is majorly into the retail, which is our strongest vertical. And I do not call myself as an implementer, but a partner in innovation with regards to the growth and agility and how the technologies we move along with, right? Now, there will be a demo which will be presented by me. So I'm just going on to the demo. Just give me a second. And I'll cover the demo.
Before we jump onto the demo, I would like to quickly walk you through the key use cases and storyline we'll be covering today. The use case 1, which is AI-powered online experience, especially how AI can enhance the journey of the visitor. Even it's an anonymous visitor coming on the site on a high-end fashion store. So we're taking a case of a high-end fashion retail website. Anonymous visitor lands on the site. Based on the browsing history or browsing behavior, our Agentforce start recommending personalized product. The visitor interacts with the AI agent regarding the the size or the new launch or something. Now let's say the visitor adds a product to their cart, will not complete the purchase and abandons in a midway. Immediately, the visitor will be enrolled into the abandoned cart journey of the Marketing Cloud, where the Marketing Cloud automation kicks in. We will send a WhatsApp message and triggered instantly, nudging the customer to complete the purchase. After 1 hour or I say 1 day later, a follow-up email is sent. In between the we will also show you how best time and channel to be utilized, which is an Einstein AI of Marketing Cloud. Now, let me walk you through the complete journey and show how Salesforce AI and Marketing Cloud together can re-engage this anonymous prospect and converts into a loyal customer. Let's dive into the demo. Thank you. Now, I, as an anonymous person coming on the website of this high fashion store e-commerce website, this website is built on the e-commerce platform of Salesforce, where it has all the features which you need. Now, let's say I want some recommendation or I want to check something, nobody's here. Rather than calling somebody in the call center, I can simply check with my chatbot. This is not chatbot, but it's an AI agent. Now with AI agent, I'm asking, has your new collection arrived? Only then I'll be able to buy something from you. Now my AI agent is giving me some information, whether it's Louis Vuitton or something more is there or not, is trying to check some information and giving me the information. Oh, there is information on yes. So there is a new collection of Adidas and Fatties and Camilla. Great. So this shows that, all this is a new collection and I'll add something into the cart. Now I have certain things into the cart. I'm here. So let's say I am taking 2 pieces and I'm reducing it to 1 and going to the checkout option. When I go to the checkout option, it's asking me details. So my name is Vikram and I'm Vikram Singh from India. And this is my address. This is my phone number. And this is my email address. Now it's asking me an option that, you want to pick up from the store or place an order. I would like to place an order. And I'm going to the screen of making the payment online. However, I changed my mind. And I'm simply close the screen and log off. As soon as I log off, it goes to my abandoned cart leads. Now this lead has hit the Salesforce. Let me see if there is an email or a WhatsApp I have from this fashion store. It is asking me to complete your purchase. Great. Can I see the email? Yes, there is an email as well which asking me to your card is calling. So you need to complete the card. Now this was the front end where how the customers are receiving the email and WhatsApp messages from the fashion store. However, how this is happening, let's go to the back end of this. In the back end, I'm taking it to the marketing cloud where we have already formed all the journeys, whether it's related to abandoned cart or end of season sale, or it could be loyalty member journey as well, or successful checkout journey. Now I'm going to the abandoned cart journey. I've already opened the screen before. In the abandoned cart journey, the very first thing is the WhatsApp, which is going to the customer immediately as soon as the cart is abandoned. Now, after that, after 1 hour of it or 2 hours, whatever the time duration you want to keep, after that, the email is going. Now, we are keeping 1 day buffer, and then if the customer opens the cart, then we do something else. If not open the cart, then we do something else. This journey is like this. So it's a big journey. Now, one thing important to understand that, here we also have Einstein recommendations, where Einstein is recommending the best time and channel to reach to the user based on their location and the browsing patterns. Similarly, we can also create more journeys based on, different permutation and combination or the customized requirement of our customers. Now, if I'll go to the sales side of it, I can see the leads, all the abandoned cart leads, right? Now, let's say there are certain dashboards also related to the task, overall performance, the order being received. So there are a lot of, dashboard which we create. Sales Cloud and Service Cloud of Salesforce, whether it's sales or service or your sentiment of your customers, that can also be created over here, right? Let's now move to the use case 2, which showcases how Salesforce empowers the store manager with real-time customer intelligence. Imagine this high-end fashion brand has its own chain of, flagship stores. A returning customer. Now we are taking a use case of the customer who has already, ordered a couple of things and online and physical stores as well. The same customer walks into the store. Now the store associate / store manager asks for the phone number or the email ID, and immediately with this unique ID, customer 360 profile will get opened up. This profile will have purchase history, preferred product categories and brands of this customer, past engagements, orders, invoices, loyalty status, and available offers and promotions. AI-powered recommendations also. I will show you how a store manager will get to know what I can sell, what are promotions are there, what are the loyalty points which are eligible this customer is for. Based on this data, associate can engage with this customer in a tailored fashion, basically. Now, later in the second half of this use case, I will say that, after the order being taken by this customer, now the customer comes back online on the e-commerce platform of this high fashion store. There, interact with the agent force regarding the order status, and there is no human. There's all agentic agents. And the same customer is interacting with the agent force regarding the order confirmation, order delayed, could be possible, he wants to return the order. So he can cancel the order online. This use case, I'll show you how this physical and retail, digital retail bridges the gap. And let me just show you the demo now. Thank you. So perfect. Here is my customer account screen where I'm on the account screen of Angad Singh, who is my returned customer. By taking the phone number of this customer, I'm the store manager, and I need to see few nudges. What is the history of this customer? I can see the complete persona, customer 360, the name, phone number, email, he's a luxury collector, and, lifestyle and performances, preferences of this customer as well, partnership or membership he's on. He's my happy, look at the happiness score of this customer, the loyalty meter, he has 1.45K points. The purchase trends also, I can see how much purchase he has done offline from the physical stores, from the on-site or some other marketplaces as well. Now, on the right-hand side, it is very, very important for me as the store manager to understand that, have he visited in-store before? What is a maximum, time he has visited our website or the mobile app or, any other places he might have gone to. So that's the engagement history. Whatever he's doing online or with our physical stores, purchasing anything, Salesforce is capturing your engagement feeds. Now, this is my recommendation of AI Agent Force, which is giving me the next best action which we can do with this customer. We can also add him to the sibling in style Rakhi specialist coming in, which is there. Then promotional recommendation also, designer kurta where he can get certain discounts, or some silk scarf, mulberry scarf where he can get certain discounts. Moreover, these are the more details, in the field sections, the contact details he wants to change or phone number, we can do that as per customer's request. As a store manager, I can see all the orders as well. Along with that, I can also see the return order of this customer, plus the cases or the complaints which he might have done so far, the loyalty points, the loyalty meters. Look at the 2,000 points is already expired, and in new purchases, if he might be able to earn more loyalty points. Any campaign he's part of, yes, he was part of Sabyasachi campaign. The promotions or the offers which are there are festival sparkle offer, certain activities which anybody might have, send a letter, email or something with them. Plus, the one important thing I really want to highlight is the recommendation, which is, 75 out of 100 as a score. 1,000 points is about to expire on 31st of July. I need to give this information to my client that he has to buy something today. Shop for gifting purposes. He has done he has already taken a luxury gift for her mother, and very high, order return rate this customer has. Average spend is 8 to 12,000. So I know I will not be pitching in, some 20,000, but I need to pitch between 8 to 12,000. Now, any discount promotion which personalized recommendation only for this customer, yes, 10% discount on eligible purchases, that perfect gift for his mother as well on a mother's birthday, right? So many things which I, as a store manager, would be able to interact with the customer. And this is only because of the AI, which is giving me all the AI, powered thing will be highlighted. Will get highlighted into this customer account, and automatic recommendation so that I can do more sales. Now, let's say after all my recommendation as a store manager, this customer has procured something. Now, the part B of this exercise is where I, as Angad, is going to this screen. Now, I am here. After 2 days, I went back to the website and I'm just checking where is my order. Now, let's see what he does. So he's saying, okay, can you just give me the email address so that I can just authenticate whether it's you or not. So it's giving me the email address. Let me just go back to my email chain and see if in case I've received any email from this. Okay, there is the OTP 402119. I'm just going back and I am putting my OTP here. It's giving me my order details. It's still thinking. Okay, great. I have received 2 orders, and one of my order is delivered and second is the delayed. Now, I as Angad want to cancel my order 1, 2, 3, 4. And my AI agent, without any human intervention, has cancelled my order. Can I also help you with? Now I want a confirmation. Connect with agent. Now this AI agent will connect me with the human voice or somebody human at the back end is transferring to the human agent. Now let's say what I will check with the representative. Has my order been cancelled or not? Has my order been cancelled? Okay, so there is the backend customer support agent has confirmed me, yes. But the customer support agent has also requested me why you're canceling. Wrong order received. Perfect. And if in case she or he might request for some image, I'm just attaching an image and sending that as well. Please. Okay. And I'm done. That's how, see, we were able to make a good store purchase, make us personal preference to our customer based on the nudges. And when my customer came online, my AI agent was able to give the order confirmation and customer was able to cancel the order. We got the confirmation with the live agent as well. That was my use case 2. Now let's move to the use case 3. Moving to the use case 3, we explore how Salesforce helped transform the customer support. Often views, see, customer support is nothing but a kind of a cost center always, because productivity and, agents, how they're interacting with the customer is very, very important. How can you improvise the productivity of our agents? That's the use case which through AI, that's the use case I will be covering. When a customer raises a support request through omni-channel, it will get routed to the respective agent. That is A. B, the order tracking and return tickets, any type of case will be there, which can be automatically resolved by the AI bots. Plus, the agents, the customer support agent, the human, will get help from the agent force by summarizing the cases, recommending next best actions, drafting personalized emails also, and displaying relevant knowledge articles or the past case resolutions. So let's get into this use case, and I'll show you how AI can help the customer. Let's move to the use case 3 screen. So this is my agent console, the customer support agent console, where customer support agents are receiving cases from different channels, from Omni channel. On the right hand side, you can see I'm online on the Omni channel, and I can start receiving the cases. If I'll be available on I can be available on chat, I can be available on phone, I can be on break or offline when I'm putting my notes. I have a personalized note section also where I can just write any follow-up or anything with regards to my customers. Plus, I also have the phone window where I would be able to this is called a CTI connector, and there I will be able to make a call to my customer, or I can receive the calls as well. Now, as I'm the customer support agent, I have received the return request of this case from my customer, Angad Singh. Upon logging to this service console, I can see this full window. This is a 360-degree view of this case console, where on the left-hand side, I have the contact details of my customer, the case details, the email conversation which I had with my customer, the order details, if any. On the right-hand side, I have a nudge. He's a happy customer. The happiness score could be pretty high. However, there is a maximum return which is coming in. Social media interaction is also there. Any email which we have sent or been received from the customer is also here. The case milestones are also receiving. And here is my instant recommendation with regards to the filters of the articles, which are suggested articles for this particular case to resolve the case. Now, on top, you will see here is my agent force. Now, this agent force can summarize my case because demo case, so I have kept only few things here. However, if in case I'll say, can you draft an email for the same case? Let's see if I'll do it. If my agent force do the same. So here is my draft email. And now I can simply copy paste this email, and I can go over here in the email box and I can send it to my customer. And not only this is not only the option. Trust me, there are certain cases which will come Agentforce will write that email and close the case automatically. That's how service team is getting supported by the AI engine in Salesforce Service Cloud. If you need any further details on this, you can reach out to us and we can give you a customized demo for your call center, for your marketing team. And that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Now go back to Pooja.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks, RS. It was a really interesting demo, and we do have another poll coming up right now. So the idea is to understand that from where we started to where we are right now over the past 45 minutes. Now, where do you see Salesforce will be able to benefit your company? We saw aspects of how we can leverage the entire data set that you have, no matter where your customer is coming from. How can you actually interact with them, get the intel, leverage the little details, your understanding of them, like we know we can't handle cookies anymore, so we have to take everything from first party data. They have to share their information for you to be able to interact with them. But that doesn't mean that if they do not, you will not remember them the next time they come onto the website. That's the power of the data cloud platform that powers Salesforce, is that even the anonymous profiles get saved and tagged, and whenever they decide to share their profile intel, we can actually marry those two together and convert it into a known profile, and then actively start engaging and targeting that customer, convert them. So as you noticed in RS's demo, we did not let the customer go. I mean, he was interested. It was a reach out. You saw the store. If they come, whether he continues the journey on the digital media or the store, everyone is aware of what to speak to this customer. Everyone is aware this is a customer who returns a lot. Everyone is aware that this is a customer who buys a lot for his mother. So maybe Mother's Day gifts are very important. So it was very interesting. So I think I've given you all enough time for the poll. Let me just see what the results look like. It'll be kind of very curious to know. Okay, cool. I can see there's been a good shift between where we started to where we are today. And yes, I do agree.
Correct.
I'm honestly most happy to see the last two, because if your outcome is to actually build up more loyalty and referrals, that's when you can actually tie in the entire journey to your sales, service, and marketing. And yes, deploying the AI agents becomes the primary reason. We can see so many aspects. Artists use some lovely intels, we still need people. I think one thing we all need to understand is that we still need people. You and I will always have jobs, but at least now we are a lot more using the intel. We have an assistant with us who's giving us the intel to helping us do our jobs actually better. So thank you so much. I think this was actually very helpful. I hope you actually enjoyed it. While we're getting a few Q&A questions on the screen as well, I'll give you another maybe a minute or so if you'll have any other questions. Maybe we can take a couple of questions before we call it a day over the next 5-7 minutes. So let's take a couple of minutes. Please feel free to add the questions. While you guys add more, I can see quite a few adding in. I'll just read a couple of. I'll read a couple, and maybe we'll take them. This is actually quite interesting, RS. I think it's more aligned to you, but I'll just read it out so we can all see it. So I think one of the questions that came up is that can we leverage the data we already have today, or do we need to build everything from scratch all over? So RS, you think you can take this up?
Sure. So absolutely, you can and you should. We can leverage the data we already have, but it's always a gradual process to make the customer 360. The real power is definitely with the Salesforce 360. And it's designed to unify and activate your existing data, not replace it, basically. So we call it data unification. Whether your data is in the ERP system or POS or e-commerce platform, loyalty databases, or any spreadsheets, Salesforce can ingest and harmonize it using the tools like Data Cloud, MuleSoft, and Salesforce Connect. But nevertheless, you do not need to start fresh. By just mapping and cleaning your existing data, you can begin building a 360 way and a layer of intelligence on top of it by personalization, basically. It is an incremental journey, I would say, that gradually you would be able to add different identifiers of customers like loyalty IDs, etc., and build the complete 360 profile itself, right?
Cool. Thanks, Aris.
Perfect.
So I hope that answers.
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead, Aris.
So there is one more question, which is here. Will this be able to send the email if the customer has not logged in or entered the email anywhere? So I think, Pooja, that might needs a debate, because if the customer email is not there, which I think, if I am understanding this question, which is related to the profile itself, which means that when on the chat, bot requested for the email address, and then the OTP was coming in, to understand this is the same email address. So what I think the question is, if possible, that without asking the email, because the backend email address is there already in the backend, the OTP will automatically comes in. So very much possible, little customization could be required. But Pooja, if you want to answer or just add a few points from my side on the customization part, I think it is possible. But
Yeah.
with regards to the yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, yeah, I think we got that question from Chitransh, right? Yeah. So I did. So yeah, it is possible. You can definitely. We need some intel. You need some little bit information at least to be able to at least to send a message. You need one output, right? So you will need at least an email ID or a mobile number, one identifier, because then you can start and then you inculcate that. I mean, actually, I would say that push them to add a little bit more information over the course of time. So, so it's possible both ways, but it's always better if we can actually start adding on and getting them a little bit more to give some view on who do we send this message to. So I hope that answered your question, and we're happy to take up more as we speak. We got another one here, which is actually another quite interesting, I think, from Santosh Singh. Does Salesforce also have a CDP covering multiple entities so that it can be used across the organizations? Absolutely. I mean, that's the whole point. Like, if you saw the example RS gave, right, it's a fashion store. Like, no one today just does one thing. You do fashion, you do accessories, you will have, you will have your shoes. Everyone is going into multiple things. Everyone's profiles end up being a little bit different. So yes, your the data layer that we call erstwhile CDP, now we call it data cloud, is actually able to take the information across the different brand segments. Obviously, it has to be shared. So let's go with the example. I just take Titan over here because they have that they have watches, they have jewelry, and they all have very distinct brands, right? Panera, they have clothes. So all of the data across the respective customers actually comes down into a unified profile, so that if a customer, like today, if I actually go for an engagement ring to Tanishq, my profile can actually be pushed as a cross sell upsell to Tanera that actually says that, target her because she's getting married, she just got an engagement ring, so she's a prime aspect maybe for bridal clothes. That is something that is the whole power of data cloud over here that actually responds to you. I hope that answered your question, Santosh. We do also have a few more coming in, but in the interest of time, I'm happy to actually take some more questions. But in the interest of time, what we'll actually like to do is maybe maybe respond to you one on one over email or over a meeting that we can actually meet up and discuss this further. And if you have any additional asks or need for a custom demo, because we do understand, right? This was a fashion jewelry based scenario. Maybe you have like an agro based scenario. Maybe you have something like a fast moving goods scenario. The entire variance in your RCG industry are very, very different. So how do we inculcate each? How do we work with a milk brand versus working with a high-end brand? Very distinct ways of working. But the end result all comes down to how do you ensure that you know your customers? How do you ensure that you're actually, you're learning from your customers? How do you ensure that you can get your customers to make repeat purchases to improve their customer lifetime value, all while maintaining your cost at as low as possible with the power of human and AI together? So with that, I would like, Raris and I would like to very, very clearly thank you for your time. And we hope that please add more questions if it comes up, but we will be reaching out to you. The ones that we haven't answered, we will be reaching out to you, and we will respond to them face to face, hopefully. I hope that's good. RS, anything else? Any closing remarks from your side?
No, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining in. And if in case you really need a customized demo or any certain questions, you can anytime reach out to us. And along with it, me and Pooja will definitely discuss and, plan a personalized demo for your company, for your use cases as well. Just one thing, Pooja, if in case you have 1 minute, there is one very important question I can see. If you could answer this, and because this is related to the LLM models. So as a customer, the question is, as a customer, do I have to connect with the LLM models or have an LLM model to have the AI work? And this question could be interesting. If you can answer, please.
Yes, yes. So talk to us more, but definitely the answer is no. If you're going with agentic AI from Salesforce, powered by Data Cloud, which is the way we do it, you don't need to have a subscription to an LLM model. So you don't need your own OpenAI or Perplexity or one of the other model licenses. You don't need to build an LLM model. We know how painful that's going to be. We leverage the entire plethora of our technologies to ensure that we build a trust layer with your model of choice, and use it to ensure that, leverage it in a manner such that your data is not shared externally, neither is your data remembered after the question has actually been responded to. I think this requires a little bit of a debate. It's a very good question. Thank you so much, whoever asked it. But yeah, do reach out. We have taken this up. I think our teams will be connected. We have logged in your questions. We'll reach out with specifics as well. And this is actually open to a large, very nice debate, and I'll be open to that. All right.
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. We're giving back 10 minutes. We hope you can actually. We hope you have a good day. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in.